Welcome back. All right, center ice said it all. Frozen Fury. Eventually, we get there. One thing you can count on usually when you have two California teams against each other, by the end, they really hate each other. Apparently, that's even true with preseason games. So it's Blackwood versus Copley. Cunnins denied early on. Blackwood holds there. Laferriere had a rush chance that's blocked. So Kaliev being suspended for 4 games means Laferriere's getting an extended look. He may very well end up winning himself a roster spot. However, with salary cap complications, we'll see how it all turns out. But Laferriere's making things difficult for Rob Blake because I think he belongs in the lineup. Passing wasn't crisp for either team early. Good forechecking by Byfield. LeBanc has a shot that deflects over the net. Power play then for the Kings. They cycle. The Sharks clear it out. Arvidsson had one that was denied and close. The Kings cycle. The Sharks kill it off. No prime chances for the Kings on that. For some reason, the Sharks penalty kill is always good no matter how bad the team might be on the ice. They always have very good penalty killing. Their special teams coach does a very good job. So Vlasic has a screenshot that's saved as the Sharks press. Lewis has a rush chance that's saved. Dubois fires one wide as the Kings press. And then during a really solid press, Dubois does put LA on the board. He scores from Fiala and Gavrikov. That's at 8:27. And 9 minutes into the game, the shots are 7-2 for the Kings. They came out to play. We then get a power play for the Sharks at the half. Granlund has a shot that's blocked. There was a shorthanded rush by Gavrikov. Saves made there by Blackwood. Kings don't let him set up. Bordeleau couldn't bury one. It's cleared again. It's killed off. So Anderson then has a screenshot saved as the Kings press. Kings are controlling the play, but they're only up by 1, and they never did get further ahead than by 1 goal tonight. 3:55 left. The Sharks get their second power play. That leads to a shorthanded rush chance by Kopitar. That saved. The Sharks finally set up. They cycle. Duclair's denied. Hoffman can't bury. Hurdle, he was denied, and then Barabanov. It is a power play goal by Barabanov, Granlund, and Duclair with the assists at 17:39. For some reason, it didn't register as a power play goal on the app, and I heard them say, "Oh, the Sharks are over 3," and I'm thinking, no, they're not. That was a power play goal. I think it's because, of course, in a non-NHL rink, some of the stuff just doesn't get tracked. So it's a screenshot that's tipped in by Barabanov. So the Sharks tie it. They showed a lot of resilience tonight. Sharks then look for the lead. Laferriere has a shot that's held during a press by the Kings. With 1:01 left, the Sharks go back to the power play. It is the second penalty of the first period for Brandt Clark. That happens with rookie defensemen as they're learning the game at the National Hockey League level. Players are really fast. It can be tough to make that adjustment to the speed of the National Hockey League. There was a shorthanded play by Lewis that kills some time, and we get to the horn. So we go to the second period. The remaining power play, the Kings don't let the Sharks set up. It's killed off. The Sharks 1 for 3 at that point. Fiala then has a net drive that save. There was a post for LeBanc on a turnover. Near miss for Deno. Nearly trickled in. It was cleared by, I think it was Ferraro that cleared it. Sure, why not? Hurdle with a rush chance that saved his preseason. It doesn't matter. Hurdle has a rush chance that saved. The rebounds cleared. I could have just put potato, potato, potato for like 3 lines, and I don't know if anybody noticed because they're like, that preseason, potato happens. So Roy fires one high as the teams trade chances. LeBanc fires one wide from the faceoff circle. Pretty wide open play at this point in the game, despite it only being a 1-1 score. Fiala has a net feed, near miss there. Clark has a shot then that's held. The Sharks with the 3-on-2. Copley saves there. Both goalies went the distance tonight, both Copley and Blackwood. Deno then has a net drive chance that saved. Ferraro had a shot that was saved. The rebounds cleared. And then Kopitar, it's a turnover. Turnovers are lethal again this year in the NHL. Doughty with the assist at 8:16. So the Kings are up 2-1, and then they draw themselves a power play. Early clear by the Sharks. The Kings can't get set up in the first minute. I believe it was Byfield drew that power play as well. Dano to Moore, there's a near miss there. The Sharks clear. They kill it off. There wasn't really any momentum gained by the Kings during that power play. Kopitar couldn't bury one as the Kings press after. Puck bouncing around a bit in the second half. That's to be expected. Again, non-NHL rink, playing where the Utah Jazz normally play. You can expect the ice might get a little bit chewed up. Anderson has a blast that's saved, and then the puck goes the other way, and Hoffman buries a rebound on the rush. Hurdle and Blackwood with the assists of 14:45. So Blackwood headmans the puck to Hurdle, who gets it to Hoffman, and it's in the net. So that ties the game at 2. Granlund's then denied on a turnover chance. Oh, this is where Byfield draws a Kings power play with 4:28 left with a strong rush chance. Kings cycle, the Sharks block. There's a shorthanded rush by Cunnin. He fires it wide. The next clear is by Ferraro. So again, no matter who's on the defense for the San Jose Sharks, they will penalty kill well. Sharks aggressive on that penalty kill, and they kill it off. And then with 2:16 left, so not long after killing that, the Sharks get themselves a power play. Hurdle has a shot that's tipped wide. It's cleared out. Kings have a penalty kill that blocks. It's aggressive, just like San Jose's. Benning has a shot that saved. That power play is killed off. So San Jose 1 for 4. And through 2 periods, we are tied at 2. Third period, good early back and forth. Kempe has a net drive chance. That's defended. Laferriere nearly adds one as the Kings press. His next shot was blocked. And then at 3:28, Trevor Moore with a nice one. He scores from one knee. Arvidsson and Danault with the assists. So at 3:28, those three have combined on goals before. It is a very effective line. It's nice to see them together in a preseason game. And again, both of these teams played pretty much their regular roster tonight. There might be a few guys who are in one lineup or the other who may not make it to opening night, but it basically was their regular rosters. So Moore buries that one short side, and then the Kings look for another. Again, they never got more than a goal ahead tonight. Hoffman then has a shot that deflects wide for San Jose, of course. Englund has a shot that's kicked aside. Eklund couldn't bury one in close. The Kings cleared out. Grundstrom has a near miss on a rush opportunity. Dubois was denied during a Kings press. Zadina steals, and he takes a hit from Fiala. The Sharks didn't like, and neither did the ref. It was a 2-minute call. I thought it was late. I also thought there was some head contact in there as well. Primary contact was likely the shoulder, but again, San Jose comes to the defense of Zadina, and that's where things start to get a little testy between the two teams. So there's a shorthanded Moore chance that's caught and held. The Sharks are not allowed to set up until late. Cunnin was denied there. And then at the other end, after it's done, Dubois is denied twice. Burrows has a net drive that's saved. LeBanc has a shot that's blocked. And then there's a turnover, and the Sharks make him pay quickly. Bordelot buries it from the side of the net, kind of backhands it in. Eklund with the assist at 14-15, and it is a tie game. Kings press for response. They press again with 3 minutes left. The Sharks blocking. Kempe fires one wide on a rush. And then in the final minute, things get really punchy and really pushy. And there was some fighting. 4 players, 2 on each team, get 4 for roughing and 10-minute misconducts. And I knew that's what they were going to do. Again, it was the Kings feed I was watching, and you hear Jim Fox saying, well, maybe they get 2 minutes for roughing. And I thought, nope, the referee's not going to put up with this. We had a standard set last year. I think the NHL is going to keep it in place, where when things are kind of getting ugly late, throw some players out of the game. Go to both benches and say, that's how it's going to go, just so you guys know. And so 4 guys were gone from the game, 14 minutes and penalties for each of them. And Utah, Salt Lake City, seemed to really enjoy the punching. So just saying, they may very well have been a hockey crowd. Not only that, did I sense there were more Sharks fans in attendance than Kings? Kings were the designated home team. Salt Lake City, I tell you. Dubois and Burrows were making friends with one another. Kyle Burrows, he'll provide you with some of that sandpaper. I thought Burrows had a decent game for San Jose. We have been burying their blue line a lot and their team a lot when we've talked about them, but they were plucky. They got this game to overtime. However, the Kings controlled the opening face-off and made it clear they weren't handing the puck back. Kempe scores from Doughty and Kopitar at 17 seconds, so Adrian Kempe scored in every single preseason game. The Kings win this one 4-3. It was a very entertaining game. I think this was the most entertaining preseason game I've watched. And again, that is likely because a lot of the regulars played. And it was over quickly. So Copley, I thought, the Bordelot goal I didn't like a whole lot. And in terms of the play from Blackwood, I thought he played well enough. And we'll see how things go when the season gets started. But again, San Jose was down 1-0, 2-1, and 3-2. They came back and tied it every single time and got this game to extra time before losing. Now, last year San Jose was kind of famous for losing in overtime and in extra time, including shootouts. So we'll see if this is a sign that we might see that again this year. They got a lot of extra points. So let me know your thoughts if you watched this game. And if you were in Salt Lake City, what did you think? Let me know your thoughts. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through. You just happened upon this video. I will say in closing, if they do get an NHL team in Salt Lake City, they will need an NHL arena. And while the Delta Center might be nice and it's fun to have that there for the Jazz, of course, and it works for basketball, I don't think it's going to work for a hockey arena. So they would likely need another one. But that's a whole other discussion for a whole other time. Thank you guys so much for watching, for all your support. And yes, it would work as a temporary arena until they had another one built if they needed to. But let me know your thoughts. Thank you guys so much for all your support. I will talk to you again soon.